course, this is Dawn from DawnStippingThoughts.net, and today we're going to make an amazing card. I just want to say right out front that this card is going to be a lot of layers, and you will have to measure with the ruler in a couple places. I have seen other videos on this type of card, and I had to revamp it because every single time I made it, it was not lining up in the inside of the card. So let me show you this one. This is the one that we made at my Glitter Queens retreat. We all had a late night stamping fest. So this is the one that we made, and it's so cute. This one has Santa Claus with his reindeer, and then Rudolph is in the front. How cute. All right, so let me show you the other ones. Now this is the one that I made for my father-in-law on his birthday. I love it. And then this one is the one that I made extra for my team to show them on our Facebook group. Okay, so now let me show you what I was talking about, how I had to revamp the directions. So now this is the one that I made. Actually, I made two of them. Let me show you on this one because I think this one might show up a little bit better. So you'll see on the edge, now this one uses Night of Navy. Maybe this one, no. Okay, so you'll see on the Night of Navy, I have the panel in there, but it's not going to really show up very good. But you're going to see it on this one. So now when I open this one up, you can see that the edge is not lined up. And I tried to recalibrate this card, the insert, and I finally had to get my husband involved because I was kind of going batty doing this card. So he got the directions perfect. So I'm going to show you exactly what to do with this card. And like I said, there's a little bit of measuring. And then this was the second one I made. Now you can still see it doesn't line up very good on the inside, but I wanted to show you that you don't have to actually cut the V to go up into the center. You can just do a square. I do like the V better though, so it looks like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. You're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock. And the 2 pieces of cardstock I'm using the Smoky Slate for the inside, and then I'm going to use the basic gray for the outside base card, and then also for the pop-up. And we're going to cut those together. And then let me give you all the measurements of these pieces. So this is the front piece. This is using the Halloween designer paper in the new holiday catalog. Let me show you that. Okay, so this is the brand new holiday catalog, and we're going to use this Halloween night specialty designer paper. Hopefully that's showing up, but we're using this little polka dotted side right here. Okay, so this is going to be for the front of the card, and this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then you're going to need 2 more pieces for the inside, and these 2 are both cut at 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. And then for your pop-up panels, if you want to decorate the inside, I'm using the Smoky Slate, and these are all cut at 2 1/2 by 2 1/2, and you need 4. And then also with the same designer paper, these are all cut at 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. And then I'm using some Daffodil Delight. This is just going to be punched out for the moon. And then some silver foil sheet. And then I'm using for the front layer of my card, it's going to go like this. This piece is cut at 1 1/2 by 4. And then the Smoky Slate is cut at 3/4 by 4. And then the brand new, oh my gosh, the pumpkin pie glimmer paper, brand new in the holiday catalog. This is cut at 1/2 inch by 4. Okay. And then we're going to do some stamping. We're going to stamp the little Halloween cookie cutter stamps. We need some Whisper White for that. All right, so let's grab our paper trimmer. Okay, so first we're going to go ahead and cut our base of the card, and that's going to be cut at 4 1/4 by 11. And then we're going to score this at 5 1/2. Hopefully that's showing up. Okay, so this is just going to be the front. Okay, so then for the extra piece that we had left over from the base, we're going to cut this at 2 3/4 by 11. And then we're going to score this at 2 3/4, 5 1/2, and 8 1/4. Okay, then you're just going to accordion fold this panel here. This is going to be for the inside of your pop-up card. Okay, now let's grab our Smoky Slate. Okay, so now this piece, this is going to be for the pop-up part of the card. Let me show you that again. Okay, so this is going to be the insert of your pop-up. That's going to make that panels move like that. Okay, so on the 11-inch side, we're going to cut this down to 10 3/4. So you're just going to cut a smidgen off. Okay, so now we're going to score this at 5 3/8 on the 10 3/4 inch side. Then we're going to turn it and we're going to score this at 2 1/4, 4 1/4, and 6 1/4. Okay, now you're going to go ahead and fold the cardstock in half on the 5 3/8 score line and burnish that. Okay, so then on the folded side, which is right here, you're going to slide this in at 1 inch. Okay, then you're going to take your pencil and you're going to make a little pencil line here and here. Now, when I've watched the other videos, there was so much measuring. I have condensed this down quite a bit, so, but you still have to measure. Then you're going to slide your folded edge down to 1 1/4. And now you're going to leave your pencil mark at the 2 1/4 and the 6 1/4 inch score line, okay? So it should look like this. You have your 1 inch and then 1 1/4 right there. Okay, then you're going to take your ruler and you're going to connect your 1 inch to your 1 1/4. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and trim out. These two sections are going to be removed. So let me grab my scissors. Okay, so you're going to cut on the 2 1/4 and the 6 1/4 inch score line up to this diagonal line that we made with our pencil. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so it should look somewhat like a t-shirt right now. Okay, so then what I did is I like to fold this in half and make sure everything's lining up just like that. Okay, so now here's the trick. You're going to take your score line, that's the 5 3/8 score line, and you're going to fold it over to meet this score line up here, which is the 4 1/4 score line. So you're just going to have to manipulate the cardstock to fold. You want to make sure that your score line is straight all the way down. Just like that. And then take your bone folder. Then you're going to open it up and you're going to do the exact same thing on this side. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be your center point. Now you're going to go ahead and fold you're going to pop those corner arms up into the center, okay? So you're going to pop those up and then you're going to line these edges up right here and then you're going to really burnish the edges so it lays flat. Just like that. Okay, so then this part is going to be adhered into the card. Now you're going to notice right off the bat on how you got that perfect edge, since I'm using the two different colors of cardstock. Now if you were using white for the base and for the pop-up, you probably couldn't tell, like we did on the wedding card, this one here. Because see, I used Night of Navy for the cover, and then I also used Night of Navy for the inside. So you really can't tell the transition from the edge to the pop-up part. But with this one, you're going to be able to see that with the smoky slate and then the basic gray. Perfect. Love it. Okay, so then here's another little dilemma that I had with the other videos. I couldn't get the designer paper to line up perfectly on the inside to have that cut to fit. It was always just a little bit off. So here's my trick. So you're going to take your designer paper, and this is the 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. Now you're going to have to pay particular attention to the side that you're putting the designer paper on. And I'm going to show you here in a second. Hopefully this is all making sense. Okay, so I'm going to put this side of the designer paper, not this side. So this side is the side that I want showing out. So I want to take my designer paper and I'm going to line it up with the face that I want showing out in the inside. I'm going to have that face down. And since it's cut a little bit smaller than the edge of my cardstock, hopefully that shows up, I'm going to move it up just, I don't know, about 1/8 of an inch, not very much, but line it up right where I'm going to adhere this turn it over, and then I'm going to make a pencil line and cut that. Okay, so hopefully the pencil line shows up, and I'm going to cut inside the pencil line. Okay, so then this is the side that I cut. So this is the side that's going to go in. You can see it sits right inside of that panel perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that side down. Okay. All right, so then also if you don't get that point exactly lined up, don't worry about it, because your pop-up is going to camouflage that anyway. So it's really not a big issue. All right, so let's do the other side. So remember, we're going to have the paper going this way. So we're going to fold it, and then I'm going to line it up how I want it to sit inside my card, and then move it up just a little 1/8 of an inch, and then draw your pencil line. And cut inside the pencil line when you're cutting it. Okay, so now when you're lining up this side, this is going to be easier because this side's already got the designer paper. So then when you line it up, it should line up perfect. Okay, let me go ahead and put that inside. Okay, so now this is going to be your pop-up part of your card. Now let's go ahead and make our pop-up section of our card. So you're going to decorate, you're going to fold your accordion part, your 2 3/4 by 11 inch piece of the pop-up part of the card, and you're going to decorate the M side. So when the panel's folded like this to look like an M, you're going to decorate it on this side. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and adhere all these pieces together, the smoky slate with the designer paper. So let me go ahead and do that. We have our pop-up part of the card ready to go. Now we're going to always remember the M part of this panel. And then now on the pop-up section of the card, you're going to put adhesive on this corner here. Now mind you, you could use fast fuse or tear and tape if you wanted, but I'm just using the snail for the sake of the video to make it go faster. And then you're going to put it right here on the top part of the corner. And you're going to notice that there's sections here. Okay, you're going to put adhesive here and then here. So then you're going to fold it in and take your panel and fold the M and then turn it. Put this towards the bottom of your section of your pop-up part. Take this left-hand corner here with your adhesive and seal that down. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and flip this part of your M to the opposite side of the card, just like that. Okay, then you're going to take this part, which was the top, now it's the bottom, and you're going to seal that down. Okay, so then this is going to make your pop-up. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put this on the inside of the card. Okay, so I have my basic gray base of my card, and now we're just going to go ahead and put adhesive on the back. And you're going to line this point up with your score line. And then, of course, trying to keep it centered. I don't want to put my head in the camera. Hope that's right. Let's see. Yep, that's pretty good. And then just fold over your card. So then we're just going to put adhesive on this side. Okay, so then it should look like that. See how you got the border around that? You can see that so much better with the smoky slate and then the basic gray. Okay, so now let's go ahead and decorate the front. I have my designer paper, but we're going to go ahead and stamp on this Whisper White piece first. We're going to stamp the Happy Halloween. And that's from the Spooky Fun stamp set. It's right here. There's a bunch of cute little greetings in there. I thought the Happy Halloween was cute. Hopefully that's straight. Pretty good. Right, then we're just going to layer our pieces, our smoky slate. It's going to go on top of that. Just like that. Okay, then we're going to take our pumpkin pie glimmer paper. on top of the smoky slate, just like that. Then we're just going to layer this onto the front, right about there. Okay, let's grab our card and put that on. Make sure you know which way you want your card to open up. I guess it doesn't matter because we haven't really decorated the inside, but okay, so we're going to put that right there. Okay, so let's grab our Big Shot. Okay, so now we're going to use the Halloween Scenes edgelits. We're going to use the tree, the fence, and the little witch. And get it off here. Okay, so let's go ahead and line the fence up. And the tree. And then I'm going to put my little witch. Just want that in the silver too. Okay, hopefully that you can see that. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut this out. I'm going to run this back through. Once I run it through, and then I'm going to run it through again. Okay, there's my fence, and there's my tree. My little witch. Now you're going to notice with these edgelets, this foil sheet is cut at 4.5 inches wide, so we're going to have to trim this off just a little bit, just like that. And then I'm going to do the fence the same way. Okay. You trim this over here. And then just trim the edge. Okay. And then the fence. If it leaves a line, you can actually just follow like a scored line. And then my little witch on a broom. Okay, so let's move the Big Shot. Okay, so you'll notice on this card here, I put the fence behind the tree line. This one I'm going to put in front. And I'm just going to use some green lid glue for that. I'm just going to put a strip of glue here. Just position the fence over top of that. Let that dry. This is going to go on the front of my card. Okay, and then we're going to pop the witch up on a dimensional. Okay, so we're going to use all these little cute little mumpkins here. We're going to use a piece of Whisper White, and I'm just going to go ahead and stamp all of them with the basic black. Bring that back in. You got the cute little skeleton. Cute. And you got the cute little mummy. And the cute little vampire. Okay. Then we're going to do the scarecrow. I needed to get another piece of Whisper White. Okay, so I'm not going to color the scarecrow, but I will color the vampire. Let me show you all the markers that we used for the vampire and the little scarecrow. So the vampire, I'm going to use the Real Red and the Smoky Slate and the Daffodil Delight. I went ahead and already colored the scarecrow, so let me go ahead and do this. Okay, then I did use the Blushing Bride to color in my little vampire face and his hands. I didn't want his face to be totally white, even though it probably is. Okay, and then I went ahead and did all the other critters. Let me show you those. So here's the mummy, and I've already added my dazzling diamonds and then the skeleton. Okay, so let me show you the ones that I used for my little scarecrow. I used the Sahara Sand, Cajun Craze, the Tangerine Tango, and then the black, and then I also used some Daffodil Delight on him too. Okay, so now let's go ahead and punch out the little vampire. Okay, so we're going to take the cookie cutter. I believe this is the cookie cutter builder punch. Lines up perfect with that. He's so cute. Okay. Then we'll add some dazzling diamonds. Let me just take my fine tip glue pen and I'm just going to dot the little cross here. Okay, then we're going to take our dazzling diamonds. So cute. So here's another tip. This card is very thick and heavy. So you don't want to add too many dimensionals to the inside. Actually, I didn't add any dimensionals to the inside of my card. So I'm just going to adhere them with some adhesive. Let me just put this on here because that cross is still wet on his necklace. Okay, so there's the inside. Isn't it cute? Okay, so now for the front of the card, we're going to go ahead and take our tree line, and I am going to pop this up on dimensionals. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this right over top of that pumpkin pie. Tear that down. Then I'm going to take the Daffodil Delight and the 1 3/8 circle punch. Punch out circle. And this is going to be like the moon up here. Then take my little, oh, stuck to the table. Take my little witch, put her right here. So there's the card, there's the front. Happy Halloween, and then it opens up like that. Okay, so there's that one. And then here's the wedding one. Super cute. And that uses the floral phrases, which looks like this. And then I use the wedding wishes and then congratulations on the front. And then for the inside, I use flourishing phrases for marriage is a journey. Good thing you get to bring your best friend along. And then this is in a suite, so that's the designer paper that goes with the floral phrases. Okay, then my father-in-law's birthday card. Used my $1 Million stamp set, One Wild Ride. Looks like that. And then the one we made with my downline for my retreat, using Santa and his reindeer. And this is using the Cookie Cutter Christmas. So cute. And I think this is the bundle that you can get the punch with and save 10%. Okay? Okay, so that's it. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later. Bye.